Hey. Hey guys, I wanted to make a specific update about the whole VA situation. Some time ago, I made a video expressing how stressed and worried I was about an upcoming reevaluation that I had to go to at the VA hospital. So, on the 8th of this month, which was a Monday, that was my appointment. It was an extremely quick appointment, which I found hilarious because it takes like an hour to get from here to the hospital, and we left super freaking early. The appointment was 12:30, and somehow Derek let himself be convinced that 9:30 was a perfectly good time to leave the house. So we were there forever, and I was so tired because I'm the one driving. And I was so tired that when I checked in to the appointment, I actually found one of the double seats and actually curled up and went to bed. No one cares. Everyone understands. The appointment was probably, I don't even think the appointment was 10 minutes long. I think the reason why I was so stressed is because I thought the appointment was going to be more like the type of appointment I went to when I requested an increase in my disability back in 2011. That was a really brutal appointment, and I felt like I was being interrogated for murder. Okay, it was horrible, and I thought it was going to be like that, but it wasn't. I come in, the woman tells me to sit down. She's like, "Hi, my name is such and such. I am this type of doctor." And she explains to me as a disclaimer that she does not make any of the decisions. All she does is send the data. So, don't come after me if you don't like your results. Fair enough. She's in front of her computer. The evaluation is for migraines, so she's just asking me all these questions down the computer, and I'm answering them honestly. That was it. And she told me that it would take 1 to 3 months for the VA to make their decision. It did not take 1 to 3 months. The decision was already made. As I said, the appointment was on the 8th, and I believe it was Saturday that I received a letter from the VA dated the 11th with their decision. So it only took them 3 days to make a decision. So I got the letter, and the letter says that there is no change in my disability rating. So they're not increasing it, but they are not decreasing it. That was what I was worried about, because I'm like, I knew that I didn't need an increase because with migraines, the VA rating system's kind of funky. And so it's like I'm at 30% for migraines. It doesn't go to 40, it like jumps to 50. In order to go to 50, you have to be pretty darn bad with your migraines to the point where you literally, like, it's preventing you from working, and that's not I am being prevented from working, but not from the migraines. It's from the anxiety and the PTSD and stuff like that. So no change. My benefits are staying the same, and that's all I was worried about. I didn't care about getting an increase. I just didn't want to decrease. I was so scared because I don't trust the VA. I think a lot of people are very forgiving that I don't trust the VA. I went through so much. I do need to talk about it and actually actually make the vlog and keep the video up, because it's very important. It's important for people to hear, and it's important for the sake of my sanity and my journey to become more of a whole person, to actually really be able to sit down and talk about everything that happened in the military and in my marriage. It's important for my recovery, and it's important that you are able to talk about these things without fear. That's the major problem. Unfortunately, when you are punished for telling the truth, which thousands of veterans had been, it's very hard to tell your story, because it was telling your story that put you in this position in the first place. But I just wanted to let everybody know that everything's fine. So I'm really, really happy about that. Obviously, I bleached my hair again. You can't tell because of the lighting. Because in the lighting, it looks just regular blonde, but it's actually pretty yellow. You can see it in like natural lighting outside. You can see it. I really don't care because I purposely bleached my hair with a weaker strength developer than I normally use. Normally when I go blonde, just because I want to go blonde, I just use 30 volume developer and just leave it for the extent that the powder says I can. I used 20 volume this time and left it on for 40 minutes. And I was actually surprised that it lifted this much. I figured it was going to be orange. It lifted pretty well, enough that I'm not afraid to leave the house. And I'm going to bleach it again, which is why I bleached at a lower volume. Because I wanted to try to get it a little more platinum, because I wanted to try a pastel color for the first time, and you have to have it pretty darn platinum. So I'm going to be bleaching it again with a violet toned lightener at 20 volume, and I'm only going to leave it in my hair for about 15 minutes because it works pretty well. You can't really tell because of the lighting, but I am so broken out all across my face. I have a scar here, and I didn't know why, but I kind of figured out why. I've talked about the PCOS and the insulin resistance and all that stuff, and it's all, and hormones, and it's all connected in some funky way. Like 3 months ago, I just abruptly stopped exercising for no reason. Because my main source of exercising is my bike, and that was what helped me lose a lot of weight. And I just stopped, and I gained almost 10 pounds. And I have a feeling, because my acne was in pretty decent control. I would get like a pimple every once in a while, but that's going to happen. But the acne was so ridiculous. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what the hell, what's going on? I'm taking care of my skin. I'm making sure my pillowcases get changed. What the heck is going on? And I think it's because I stopped exercising. I know that sounds really weird, but with the whole PCOS, insulin resistance thing, I think it's like me suddenly not exercising and hormones. PCOS is really confusing. You could have killed yourself. You stupid, stupid, stupid child. The window doesn't stay by itself anymore. And the window's open with the fan in it, and she jumped in and out, and she knocked the fan out. And the window will come crashing down, so she really could have hurt herself. She just wants my blood pressure to stay high. But what was I saying? So I started exercising. I started biking again. So hopefully that will kind of help the system, and my acne won't be as bad. Oh, there's another thing. My medication changed. I'm on an estrogen patch instead of taking the pill. And it's this tiny, tiny little patch. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. It's right there. That's a little tiny patch, and it's weird because it's not a daily patch, and it's not a weekly patch like the birth control patch. It's a twice a week patch. You choose the system. This is a month's worth. And what's cool is they do tell you, I don't know if you could see this, whatever it tells you what's the other day. So I picked Tuesday, and then Friday I will switch my patch, and then Tuesday I'll switch it. So, and it said, the instructions say to put it on the abdomen, so that's why I put it there, which is interesting because I was watching this documentary for Tig Notaro. She's one of my favorite comedians, and there was a time she was giving herself estrogen shots, and she shot him in the abdomen. So I'm wondering does it have to always, so I guess estrogen has to be put in the abdomen.